Yeah.
She's a good teaser.
Yeah.
Yay! Yay! People are pretty today. You understand? You understand? Uzi?
Yeah.
People are out of this world.
Yeah.
They ain't in this country. Fresh boys worldwide. Zuko today. Zuko today. Pretty boy.
Ngiyabonga man. I try. Like I had to do it.
Yeah.
On behalf of VMC.
Ow.
I had to do it on behalf of my family. Ikaslam. I had to rap today.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Otherwise, saying sesifigile, I hope nibe nelanga elfana namba apparently basho kanjalo.
Yes, all the time.
Yeah.
But good morning everybody. It is the day we've always been waiting for the whole week.
Yeah.
What do you say?
Yeah, man. Marabona, I won't feel nice up until I started the way.
I knew it. I knew you wanted to do that. Okay, let's give him. Hi, happy now? Okay.
Yeah, I'm happy. It's a Friday. It's expensive. It's on Savannah breakfast. Of course, it is Carry Your Condoms Friday. I hope everybody remembers to carry their condom throughout this day and the weekend. Ingoba asifuni ngaki Monday, asifuni my situation sheep, asifuni next. We want it to work out for the better for everybody. Maragea, otherwise the time is 28 minutes past 7. And sizonchela ukuthi sikhiphan vandag.
Yeah. You know we're going to be coming through to you with a bulletin of the day every day and our top stories. And then we're going to go into today in history. And you know it's Fridays. Fridays are for groove music. We're going to have a mix at the end of the hour. But through our blitz that we're going to go through the Western Cape government. Wait. The Western government condemns a health sector strike, right? Okay. And then we're going to move on to the president slamming Inihawu as they were protesting. And then there's something about construction mafia somewhere. And we're going to be finding out
construction mafia.
Hey, somewhere we're going to be finding out more on that actually. Then we're going to move to Today in History.
Yeah, we're going to go into Today in History. And the chat on Today in History would be Dr. David Gunn is murdered by an anti-abortion activist.
Yeah.
So
abortion.
Yeah.
Like abortion.
Yeah, like abortion. Like someone who was against abortion.
Yeah.
Babulala, this doctor. And we are yet to find out why. Otherwise on continental history, soaring about a journalist abambiza ngophisi Kopoza. Do you know what Kopoza means?
Yeah, like to
pop.
Okay. Wow. Okay, yeah. Pimple Papa.
Yeah. So so Kulumango journalist Percy Kopoza, and he was released from detention on this day sometime in history. Otherwise,
Also, there was a strike. This is the first time I'm actually hearing which white people actually went on a strike. You know, white people don't strike, you know.
Well, there was a strike before Zuma.
Yes, imagine.
That's the only time I know white people strike.
1922, a strike by white mine workers turns into open rebellion. Also, they are mine workers.
That's the chance. I'm like, what? What's mine worker?
No. But sibuyile, sigrandi, simoja,
si amazing, simnandi. Like bona, in like, cause we love you all, ne?
Yeah.
Ati sinyenza ikuthi ni tabulapi in like ni vai grand strati ninga stop ni break and stuff, you know.
Yes. Life. Okay.
Traffic.
Yes, so the situation in Pretoria, there is roadworks in the N1 southbound, and this is just after the ramp from Flying Saucer interchange. So benkalani avoid leyo and remember to use alternative routes. And then near Centurion, there is a road condition, like there's heavy flow of traffic, which is after the ramp from Samred Avenue. So benkalani avoid leyo, and it's specifically in the N1 southbound. And then there is an incident caused by a stationary vehicle just before the ramp from Samrand Avenue. So yes, benkalani avoid leyo. And then Moving on to Olifantsfontein, there is another incident over there which is caused by a stationary vehicle, and it is located just after the ramp from Nel Mapias Drive, and this is located in the R21 of the R21 southbound. So yes, remember to use our alternative routes. And then there's also roadwork within that area, and the roadworks is just after the Olifantsfontein interchange by the R562. So Bengkalan 7 some alternative routes within that department. And then heading to Johannesburg. Johannesburg looks quite clean except for the N3 northbound, which is Gunama Roadworks in that section, and this is just before the ramp from Van Buren. Yeah, otherwise that's it in your traffic. Talani Kumbule to use alternative routes, and the next traffic update will be exactly 8:30.
Traffic.
It's time for Sports Blitz Bulletin on VMC Planet Radio.
In our sports on this beautiful Friday, Uguti, weekend means football. Weekends, it means soccer weekend. But Manchester United bounced back from a historic thrashing by Liverpool to beat Real Betis 4-1 in the first leg of their Europa League last 16 tie on Thursday. While a 2-2 draw away to Sporting Lisbon gave Arsenal work to do to reach the quarterfinals. United equaled their heaviest ever defeat and worst since 1931 in losing 7-0 at Anfield on Sunday. And Eric Ten Hag responded by naming the same starting lineup and was rewarded with a return to form. Marcus Rashford smashed United into an early lead with his 26th goal of the season. But Betis leveled against the run of play with Ayoza Perez fired into the far corner. It was two of United's most fiercely criticized stars in recent days who made the difference after the break. And in our other update is that England captain Owen Farrell has been dropped for Saturday's Six Nation match against France, with Marcus Smith selected in his place for pivotal fly half role. Farrell will start on the bench with prop forward Ellis Gang, named by coach Steve Borthwick as a skipper for the Twickenham clash against the reigning champions. Right, the players selected to face our visitors again, a reflection of what I see to be the right balance of personnel for the change we face in the game, he said. But it is the first time Farrell, a veteran of more than 100 tests, has been omitted from a full-strength England side since their first match to the 2015 World Cup. But Smith started a fly half with Farrell at inside centre for both weeks' first game in charge. A tournament opening 29-23 defeat by Scotland at Twickenham last month. And lastly, the Holder lifts West Indies and frustrates South Africa. Former captain Jason Holder lifted a struggling West Indies and frustrated South Africa with an innings of 81. Not out on the second day of the second test of the Wanderers Stadium in Johannesburg on Thursday. Thanks largely to Holder, the West Indies scored 251 in their first innings. They trailed by 69 runs, but it looked likely to be much worse before Holder played a sparkling innings. South Africa faced 3 overs at the end of the day, scoring 4 runs without a loss to take their overall lead to 73 runs, whereas none of this teammates could see freely, and none managed more than Kyle Mayer's battling 29 of 83 balls. The tall Holder looked in command from the start of the innings. Batting at number 8, he went in with the West Indies in big trouble at 116 for 6 in reply to South Africa's 320 all out. Holder and Joshua Da Silva started the recovery by putting on 41 for 7th wicket. That is all for our sports update at this first hour. For more sports updates, stay tuned for 8:30.
It's time for Sports Blitz Bulletin on VMC Planet Radio.
Yes.
Yes, yeah.
You wanted to say something. I heard you wanted to say something.
Nah.
No, you didn't.
Nah.
Okay, but actually, moving on to our blitzes, that the Western Cape government actually condemns health sector strike. So, in the Western Cape, government Akira has condemned the ongoing wage strike by the National Education, Health and Allied Workers Union. The strike led to disruption at several hospitals and home offices. I don't know why they're striking when there's blackouts, because you know what?
Yeah.
If there's a strike and there's blackouts in the hospitals, shoo.
Hey.
But critically ill patients were transferred from elected hospitals like Kailicha to other facilities for medical care. But the union actually warns the strike will continue until a revised wage offer by the government is put on the table. Nihao has rejected the government's 4.7 wage increase for the 2023 and 2024 financial year, demanding a 10% pay hike.
Hey.
And it's actually it bothers me because, you know, where I live in my hood.
Yeah. Hood. You live in a hood?
I don't know what's the definition of a hood.
Hood is kasi.
So I don't live in a hood.
What?
So I don't live in a hood.
You live in a neighborhood.
Okay, neighborhood. Go. Okay, in my neighborhood.
Yeah.
So, you know, we have a day where we take out the dustbins.
Okay.
And then the pick it up comes and take it.
Okay.
Which was yesterday.
Okay.
But they didn't come.
Yes.
So the dustbins are still out there scattered. So it makes me think, this thing is very serious. You understand?
Hey.
It's serious because these people didn't come for the dustbins. They're still there.
And they are essential workers.
Yes.
They are, because unizolahla phi manje. Uzonunga manje.
Yo, same.
Yeah.
Same. And the thing is, when I went to work in Houghton,
yeah,
right? Also that side, abatatanga like amadustbin wabo bona bawathatha on Tuesday.
Okay.
Right? So when I went there, also on Wednesday, I still passed them. So this is a serious matter, Zuko. You understand? Because these people wanted 10%.
Why Kaslamina they took?
They took.
Yeah.
Maybe it's our side in jail. They're just catching us.
Maybe their bosses are that side.
Maybe.
But yeah, on my side they took, man.
Yeah.
Unless I'm lying. I remember arriving Wednesday.
Okay. Are you sure there was no load shedding?
Yo. Yeah, see, this load shedding thing is so traumatic now. Because it left last night.
Yes.
And then I remember feeling like, is this really load shedding? Or Bachonchi cable footy? And that's why I go down to the bathroom. And my little brother asks me the same question, right, brother, do you think it's low shady? I'm like, yeah, I'll be traumatized, but we are really, really, really traumatized.
PTSD, cable, shame. Skis.
Yeah, man. But again, otherwise, on other chats, news came in last night. Each chairperson of e-resource mobilization fund, Martin Kingston, said, 100 million rands had been raised by the private sector, Caesar go alleviate the impact of load shedding. So the chat is good team. 100 million rands is put is loaded to help go avoid load shedding.
Yes.
Yeah, that's. I felt like I needed to re-explain that because alleviate caught me off guard.
Yes.
Yeah, it's been years, man.
Yeah,
it's been years. Kingston wayenza announcement at the launch of the fund izolo afternoon, and it was established in business fraternity after President Cyril Ramaphosa called the sector to help capacitate the National Energy Crisis Committee, which in part is driving intervention in the country's battle with energy sector. Yes, so the energy action plan announced by president sometime last year has at least 5 priorities, including to improve the country's power grid and to scale down on load shedding. Yeah, and speeding up to availability of alternative energy sources, as well as bringing private sectors on board. Yeah, so yeah, that's the chat. So yeah, but at least 100 million rands is raised by the private sector. Good deal on power cuts and Kingston.
Kingston. Ooh, siyabonga.
Sean Kingston.
Yeah. but moving on to the next bulletin is that the president.
Okay.
Problems. President Cyril Ramaphosa.
Mamcy, your terms, mfana. Like, I feel like I'm falling behind. I feel like the best one, I don't know who came up with it, is Black King, bruh.
Oh, it's you. You came up with Black King. So it was like me.
Yo, and now you have hits. I'm a one-hit wonder in terms of creating cool terms. Well, now you have hits, dog. Like in the catalog, bruh. Yeah.
So President Cyril Ramaphosa says he is concerned about the ongoing wage strike that is actually affecting essential services.
Oh.
Akasitshela ukuthi uzoyenza so. Uthi yena he's concerned. Mara khani Ramaphosa khani yena wa uliso mara.
Why you wenza so? Hey.
I elected the minister for pick it up. It's fine, but it's fine. He was speaking during his question and answer session in the National Assembly on Thursday. Remember yesterday when I was like, Ramaphosa is actually answering questions, and you're like, Goopy.
Yeah.
There was he was live answering a few questions.
Yeah.
He had a session there where people were asking questions and he was answering them.
Yeah.
So the president says while workers have a right to strike, acts of violence will not be tolerated. Right?
Okay.
He always says this. Like, okay.
Yes.
It's fine. Nothing that we know it's not tolerated, okay? But the strike action to demand a 10% wages increase has spread across the country. And remember the protest was happening in Johannesburg.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it actually went to Western Cape, as I was saying, to Western Cape. So it's a real thing, as I'm repeating this again. It's a real thing. We were complaining about Johannesburg. And now news came in again. Western Cape is having the same problems and people are striking. Hi. Also, there have also been reports of intimidation by protesting workers and patients being turned away from some hospitals. You know that like history always repeats itself.
Yeah.
Because I feel like every year, the beginning of the year, there are strikes. I don't understand ganjani.
Nah.
We had a strike for the students. I don't know what happened to it.
Yes.
They just fufad it like
yeah.
Phew, then it's out. And then now it's the protest. I mean the Nihau like.
Nah. And speaking of strikes, nah, and I'm gonna go somewhere a bit because you mentioned strike and then you mentioned the time slot. Like in America, they mostly do riots around about June.
Oh.
And apparently that's motivated.
Yeah.
Like according to some documentary I watched, is that and I hate how riots are associated with black people. It is what it is. Yeah. So they were rioting. I mean, they're like the reason why that side, majority of the riots take place around about June.
Yeah.
Is because in June that side it's their summer.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
So their body, because they are Africans, they are native, like African natives. Yeah. Because of the weather, that side when it's cold and stuff, like they aren't as active as
it makes sense.
But then during their summer, that's when. So apparently that's why. According to a documentary titled Hidden Colors, Dr. Uma Johnson and stuff. Yeah.
Do you think Uguti it's a mindset thing, or they are told that in June we are going to strike?
Nah, it just happens. Yeah, like even George Floyd.
Yeah.
I think it was around about their summer. Like all the time in G, like because black people can be gunned down like by like police brutality.
Yeah,
could happen throughout the year. Yes. And they'd get angry now, but keep it to themselves. But once it happens during their summer, and probably even if they find out maybe the police officer they didn't sentence him or her, that's when they're like
they start. Also, do you think it's because of the snow? Because they have snow. Yeah,
could be. And now, do you think when you'd react probably if ever you lived in a cold climated country? Like, do you think it would be normal for when I
don't know. Hey, the fact that I have to. It's Miami, like even Miami is on a Christmas. You know, it's weird. The first thing is that's weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I think I'll act different. Yes.
No.
Yeah, that's the whole truth.
Yeah, man.
I think also it will be so colder than this side.
Yeah.
I feel like it will be so colder than this side.
The stereotype in United Kingdom,
like
England, is that the reason why they they lack kindness. The reason why they are rude is because of their weather.
Okay, it makes
Apparently it's so rare for the sun to appear there.
Yeah, I know, it makes sense. Yeah, vele yo nami ngingaba angry every day. Yo, imagine yo, when I go, like, imagine when they go to the shops, they don't even have like summer clothes. It's like coats every day, wire until the end of the year.
Until ne
woolworths yabo, ama coat, nama sweatpants.
You can show them thighs and them arms like I am. I'm showing my thighs and arms today.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be able if I was not a Mara, do you know, growing up I've always wished to have like a Christmas snow while. Because I watch a lot of Christmas movies, and their Christmas gets snow. I've wished so hard. It's my snow. But then the older I grow, I was like, we should do it.
It's not gonna work.
Nah.
You know, like, do you know, if it was to snow, every day we're supposed to like fiela our doors. Like fiela, you know what they do.
Oh
in the mornings or after, they have to like haraka out the snow on the door. Like, it's just a lot of work. Like, guys, it's a lot of work. Also, we're supposed to go look for people who are going to like move the snow from the roads in South Africa. Imagine already they are striking these people.
So hey, I feel.
I know, it's fine. You don't need snow.
You don't need snow.
Nah, we don't. Imagine.
Hey. Mara, yeah, man. Another chance. Remember that woman who stole money coming out of an airport? So there's an update.
Yes.
Hey, apparently she goes by the name of Toby Limlangini.
Yeah.
So yeah, but she'll be paying for her crimes, and this is after Bam sentenced her for 8 years in prison for a 4 million rands while working at Mall of Africa.
So available, it's 8 years already. Yo, how like.
Yeah, she was sentenced already.
Yes.
I'm thinking they still, because now in my head, I thought this, because I always think about this heist every once or in a while.
Yeah.
And I always thought, that woman really escaped.
Yeah, because I know. Yeah, but she was sentenced, and so because I overheard someone, in studio, and she's like, it's when Mall of Africa started.
Yeah.
And when I'm thinking about it, it's like Mall of Africa opened a long time ago.
Yeah,
so it's already 8 years, and with ama days where prison.
Yeah.
It's night and day is 2 days. You understand?
Man.
So maybe it's already 8 years. You understand?
Could be, ne?
Could be.
Yeah, so bathi mlangeni utshela ikhodi ukuthi she had planned the heist in a colleague yakhe ebizwa Molisa Galdin.
Yeah.
And she gave her the share of her brother.
Why am busy? Yo.
Amarimbimbi that time yabona ukuthi
yo,
no Lisa bekakhona. No Lisa.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Yeah, so apparently Mlangeni became a security guard for a cash in transit heist company, bizwa SPV. And she walked away from her post with a black plastic bag full of cash. Yeah. This reminds me of the movie. I don't want to say set it off. Maka, there was another one in Queen Latifah.
Yo.
Yeah, like.
How would you live with stolen money, Zuko?
Yo, how would I live with stolen money? And there was a day I was accused of a huge crime.
Yeah.
And I was so paranoid. I was like, if ever they arrest me, I didn't do it. Nah. And I was like, if ever they arrest me, let them catch me outside of home. Let them put effort. Like, they shouldn't come and fetch me home. And I remember I was about to bath. Nah. But I was so in my head. I trained all that water. I'm like, I'm going to Josie. I need and on my way to Josie and back, like I wasted so much time. I went to Josie, Southgate and stuff. And on the way, I bumped into a lot of like police cars. I even had a siren coming from Newtown. I was at Mandela Bridge, and I'm like, damn, Banglan. And it got closer. And Mandela Bridge, it's abang bambile this time. Yeah, so my point is, I don't think I'm meant for the life of looking over my shoulders, man.
Okay.
It's too much.
It's too much.
It's too much. Yeah.
Too much. But hey, okay.
Yeah, man. So but that's it. Yeah, she was a security guard lab by these SPV stuff, and yeah, she worked on a plastic elimnyama actually imali. So yeah, but according to media, the Alexandra Magistrate Court handed down her sentence 2 days ago. So they only sentencing her 2 days ago.
Oh,
yeah.
so she's sentenced now.
Yeah.
Oh.
After she had been on the run for 2 years.
Oh, I remember her now. Okay, I remember her like kahle manje.
Yeah.
Ibile, I'm surprised ukuthi it's Alexandra. Alexandra's police. Hi, okay, basebenzile ke.
Now I remember seeing the video. I'm like, yo, this was she did not struggle. Like uvele poop man because koele ne marks. Yeah.
I remember when they said they found her. Cause that's when I can remember she ran away. Yeah, I remember when they said they found her. And she's only sentenced now. Yeah.
So Amlangini was unable to the court where the rest of the stolen money was. Maraya, the former SPV security guard, explained Uguti, she knew Uguti while on the job there would be a cash surplus. So she had so she and a co-worker Lisa but decided kufihla imali in a black plastic bag. Yeah. Basically, yeah, she added guti after a shift yakhe wayilanda le plastiki and wahamba endlini bese lapho ke yahlangana no Lisa and uLisa wathatha ishe yakhe. Mara kule operation nawanda uLisa bekangenabi ngoba this I remember umlangeni yena she walked out of the mall I1. So where was Lisa? Like what input did she add? What value?
I wonder.
Marawana, how would you live, Mamcy, if ever you stole
money?
Yeah.
If it's not on the media, I would live just fine. But if it's on the media, like her, I'll just even go to the police station and be like, it's me. Just because they're looking for me, bro. Obviously, but if it was like AKA's killer, you know. No, then I'll live fine. Because already now, we don't know what happened. About your next, like we saw the person, but we didn't see them. Like, you see?
I feel like I get you. Now, do you know, such stories, now they make me mad. They make me angry because I always have to think about it this way. As much as Umlangini, no Lisa and stuff now, they stole imali and stuff, they are actually punished for it. And it's so simple to be punished. The court hearings are very short and precise and on point. But the politicians do the same thing.
And they do.
And as long as they are they prolong it.
And they don't even, they don't have to be looking back for Amas Irene.
So these type of situations make me mad. Like would see, privilege is a real thing.
It's a real thing.
Yeah,
it is. Hey,
yeah.
Remember I told you, could see there's somewhere in some other country. I don't know if it's the United States or if it's America or Asia or what.
Yeah.
But once someone goes to jail, when they come out, they go look for for example, if it was this guy.
Yeah.
Umlangin. When that person comes out, he's going to look for people who who steal money from SPV, because they know how it goes.
Look for them and say,
as in, like, they're gonna give him a job where he looks for these people.
Hey.
Yeah.
Do you think that's what's happening with Naturen and Power? Because remember, I blitzed it.
Yeah.
Someone who works as a contractor.
Yes.
Was sent to replace stolen cables.
Okay.
Can't also on the job. And then Bamba red-handed. And about that man, I feel like that man, not to, like, this is a conspiracy theory. There's no evidence. It's my opinion. You and me, not the VMC.
Yeah.
But I feel like this gent is a powerful gent.
Yes.
In a sense, before Bamba, like, a power theft would happen once in a while. But after Bamba, man, it was like Bonisa. Like every week, like we would never make it to Friday. Like every week, you got No.
I know.
Yeah, so yeah, that's the chat, man.
Yeah.
That's the chat.
That's the chat.
Mhm.
It is just 5 minutes left, just until we actually jump into the next hour, and that is all for our blitz this Friday.
Yeah.
And it's really ukuthi, hi Ulisa, Nombongeni, Mlangeni. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot going on. I askisi bro, Nitinia hasila gantino. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but you know, ring.
Do you think they deserve to be forgiven?
No.
Oh.
Money from the SPV. That's
Yeah.
our money, bro. You see the money that you put in the ATM?
Yeah.
That's the money they stole.
Nah.
Yeah. Imagine if the country couldn't like replace the money. It means your money is gone. You understand? Imagine.
My hard-working man.
Yes, imagine if
Wonke. So wonke lama cigarette ngwathenga labang texayo.
yes. So imagine Zuko. Imagine if you do know good if money is stolen at SBV.
Yeah.
It's now the government's thingy. Reserve Bank or whatever, they have to pay the money now
True.
to replace it. So imagine if the country is not replacing it. The money that you put in the ATM yesterday is gone.
I feel.
Understand?
Buanit.
Yeah.
Buaniti.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
yes, we're gonna be going through into our history today. History today is very interesting because white people are striking and we don't know
Yeah.
what's strike in. You
Yeah,
know?
yeah.
But let's go into a music interlude,
I feel.
and then we're gonna come back and tell you more on what happened today
I feel.
in the 90s.
Now I'd like to dedicate the song Umlangeni no Lisa. I feel like we should do this as a country.
Wow. Please, if you're a person that sells food anywhere, like
Yeah.
takeaways,
Yeah.
ngicela ukuthi mau kopoza your stuff.
Yeah.
Please make them to be butswad, like the rice. Yesterday I bought a takeaway somewhere. I'm not sloshing anyone. Don't worry. I'm not
What?
sloshing anyone.
Wait, what's happening?
But yesterday when I bought rice somewhere,
Yeah.
when I ate it at lunch, the
Yeah.
rice wasn't butswad.
King Butwa.
Nesa butwa. It was not. It was not prepared until it's soft.
Okay.
It was half cooked.
The rice.
Yes.
Oh, you put the plate.
Yes.
Aye.
So, like yeah, it's like drizzling pop. You know drizzling pop.
Yeah.
You
No.
do.
Mpokok.
What is mpokoko?
Is that hard pap yenza ngamas?
Yes. That one is fine. It's
Yeah.
allowed to be like that, but not the rice betuna. Not the rice.
I when I feel like you better. Nah.
Yeah.
I ate fish and Russian. Not fish and Russian. Chips and Russian.
Yeah.
The other day, and the chips tasted like angas man. Biwayenza ma fish nga. Like I could taste fish or something foul. Rather, maybe it was reused too many times for my liking.
There.
Yeah.
But okay, yes, please. Mina, my point is, please, when you are cooking this, please cook them with a nice heart.
Nah.
Because in a nice heart.
Yeah, and a silver Malian
A
nice heart.
But anyways, we are back. And good morning, everybody. It is a Platina Mornings. As you know, we are always here in the morning going through
Yeah.
your ears, you know,
Yeah.
your balance.
You're lying. I would not say that.
Okay, you wouldn't say that.
Ah, yeah,
I'm sorry. But it's time for a today in history.
Yeah.
And as I said, Uguti, today
Yeah.
in 1922,
Yeah.
a strike by white mine workers turns into rebellion.
Okay.
Yes. So, angry white workers on strike since 28 December 1921 stormed and occupied police stations. Police stations, railway installations, and mines on the Witwatersrand, right? They also attacked Johannesburg's main post office and power station in a mass protest that in a few hours turned into open rebellion against the state.
Okay.
So they decided to use a force to overthrow the government and to declare a public prime minister. J.C. Smuts declared martial law and entered Johannesburg with detachments of the army.
Okay.
Right? Supported by the Air Force, Within 4 days of the revolt was crushed, and 153 people, including 72 members of the state forces, had been killed and 534 injured. This uprising is popularly known as the Rand Revolt or Rebellion. So yeah, the white people were striking, bro. The white people were striking.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I wonder if Karen we got a
Obanlo.
Karen.
Who's Karen?
Karen is a typical name for a white woman complaining.
Oh.
About services or whatever.
Probably Karen was there.
Nah.
Yeah, no, Karen was there. And then who's the other one? George. Yoko Kukubas. I cannot, you're saying a woman. So maybe I thought maybe there's a man.
It's mostly white women that complain about unnecessary stuff. Stuff that's out of
out.
That's you're out.
Yeah.
I thought we in this together. You scared of mahua awaiti.
I am.
Scared of Karen.
I'm out.
I mean, can do week ganje. Tell me
No, I don't talk about the white woman.
Now I'm thinking we're gonna go to court together and fight them together.
No.
Like it's Mamcy and Zuko against the world. Kandi wang betray ya Joe.
Hi.
Yeah, I feel. Otherwise, another chats on history.
Yes.
Continental history. What happened on this day back in 1978? Yes. Journalist Babinzangwa Percy Kopoza.
Yes.
And he was the editor for the banned newspaper called The World.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so he was released from detention and together with 9 other black leaders seized in security raids in October 1976. Yeah, so Kopoza was freed, and as a result of an international campaign influence ukuthi bamrelease. So after he release yakhe uQopoza wahlala kwi-country for another 3 years, and then wajoina the black weekly The Voice, which was later also banned. Yeah, so Black Weekly and The Voice is the name of, I'm assuming is the name of a newspaper. Yeah. Probably. So yeah, he then joined, I feel like my dad knows this person. I really feel it. Yeah.
Kopoza.
Yeah. Percy Kopoza. Yeah. So yeah, he then joined the Post Transvaal and the Sunday Post. 2 newspapers established to replace Alawa Abeniwe. Yeah. And then he finally succumbed with government pressure, and then wahamba washiya le country le kuyokuhlala United States of America.
Yeah, wow. Asambeni United States of America.
Yeah, boy.
You think nice is life, yo?
Do you know? What?
You think life is nice that side?
I never pictured myself staying at the States for like forever. I feel like I'd enjoy it for a young month, and then I come back.
Not even a year. Like school vibes, 3 years.
Maybe school, yeah.
Okay.
Maybe school. And there's this girl
Who's that?
There's this girl I have a crush on.
What's her name?
I can't do
you
that.
can't tell me.
I can show you though.
The thing is, I have a friend that is there. I'm not a friend, but someone I used to work with.
What's your friend's name?
Yeah, I can't tell.
Why not?
No, but now you can't tell.
And I can't tell because I'm also on a live, Mamcy. She could be here.
Then she knows if she's there. Already.
I do not think this through.
Yeah, but anyways, let's continue.
I feel it. I see shy interval.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interval. Okay.
An interval.
Alright.
I
I thought you were the one who's whistling. I'm even like looking. I'm like, hey, go whistling.
Can I even whistle?
I wonder.
I wonder. But otherwise, there was a song titled "All Day" by Kanye West, and it features Uthio Peerless London. I'm sure I mispronounced that name. They say Ellen Kingdom and Paul McCartney. What's up?
Theophilus.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how I pronounce it.
I don't know. But I think it's Theophilia.
You were you were correcting me.
Oh no, I wasn't. Me, I don't correct people. Because I know myself.
And you don't. All you do is laugh. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, man. Otherwise, the time is 20 minutes past 8. And if you're tuning in now,
Yeah.
we still rather in the Today in History.
Yes.
And the previous hour was top stories.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, and then the next hour city mix.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder is on
I can't
today.
wait.
I wonder. Mara, yeah.
Mhm.
Let me go into it. So on this day back in 1993,
Yes.
there was a doctor who was called David Gunn,
Mm-hmm.
and ironically, he got shot.
Yeah.
Actually, and my document is messed up. I think Mangenago Radio must minimize it. Yeah, because wow.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Wow, indeed.
Yeah, so Dr. David Gunn is shot and killed on this day. And this happened during an anti-abortion protest
Yeah.
at Pensacola
Mm-hmm.
Women's Medical Services Clinic. So the doctor performed abortions at several clinics in Florida and Alabama. And he was getting out of imoto yake in the clinic's parking lot when Michael Griffin shouted, "Don't kill any more babiys," and shot the doctor 3 times. Mqolo.
Batong.
And then Griffin then surrendered to a nearby police officer.
Batong.
So that was his only mission.
That's so rude. Like, not even rude, but like why?
Nah.
For Eden. Oh, what?
I wanna, maybe it's mental health.
I think, maybe it's also trauma. Like, maybe only PTSD.
Yeah, could be.
Like for instance, if I were a woman that miscarried a lot of times, I get so angry and kill people who do abortions.
Hey, if you're a person who does what?
Who miscarried a lot of times, like
Oh,
got
okay.
miscarriages like a lot of times.
Okay,
You
I
understand? I get so angry to a point where I'll kill people
Yeah.
who do abortions,
Yeah.
but not the kids who do like people who like the
Oh,
doctor,
the
for
doctors.
instance. Yeah.
Aish. But then again, what's this? Because now I thought maybe the motivation is religious related.
Yeah.
Because usually, especially in America,
like
like the clinics that are meant for abortions.
yes.
So the people who are always standing there are usually Christians or
Yeah.
maybe other parts of religion that are against abortions.
You.
So Mangena,
There by the gates.
Yeah. yeah. So Mangena, you have someone shouting
Yeah.
at you like, what do I do? You can still change your mind, or you are not God, or something like that.
They always do that, especially in
Yeah.
like those American movies.
Yeah.
Are you like,
Yeah.
hey bro,
Crazy.
crazy.
Yeah, so Griffin, so the person who murdered, had attended a prayer service and protest organization meeting 3 days earlier and was apparently begamele Dr. Gunn, the father of 2, to appear in the morning of the shooting.
Yeah.
This Rescue America, the group holding the protest there, did not exactly strongly condemn the murder of Dr. Loya. But someone is quoted, "While Gunn's death is unfortunate, it is also true that quite a number of babies' lives will be saved." Ooh. That was deep and profound.
That is deep.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Yeah, so the person who said this was the national director, Don Trashman. And after the slaying, we'll show this.
But also, people are just weird because now, sometimes your abortion is like, maybe you make an abortion 1 week after you find out. It's not really a person yet, but it's not a person yet.
Why do you think you can say that? Like, it's not a person yet. Why can you decide if it's not a person yet or not?
Because I know it's not a person yet.
But why?
Because of the process of pregnancy.
Then what is it?
It's a fetus. Or it's something else.
But it still has life.
It's still creating the life.
Yeah, but it's still a life journey.
But it's still creating the life.
Yes, which means it has life, is it not?
Not yet. It's not dead. That's if that's what you think in your head.
Yeah, now I'm like, is it
No,
the same as dead?
no, not yet.
Yeah.
It's still like particle vibes making the
Yeah.
life or the living.
Yeah, but for you to give it the term, it's not a person. That's what I'm against.
So
Like,
you're against that?
yeah, like,
How often the person?
no, I wouldn't kill a doctor. Nah.
No.
I'm
not saying you're gonna kill the doctor.
I'm not
But-
anti-abortion,
Yeah.
but what I'm saying is, who are we to decide
If it's not a person,
if it's not a person yet? Because it's still part of a life journey.
Okay, but it's still like particles creating the life. You understand?
Yes.
Hence, sometimes it's more healthier
Yeah.
to make it in that time, not when it's already has developed a nose, a head, and everything else.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
You understand now?
Okay, yeah, cool, I get it.
Yes. But yeah. Okay, let's continue.
Yeah, so yeah, the murder of Dr. Gan was part of a larger emphasis
Yeah.
on violence by anti-abortion activists back in the early 90s.
Mm-hmm.
They say, yeah, big number death threats, vandalism, and arson at abortion clinics, and is increased dramatically. They say there's someone who goes by the name of Rachel Shirley Shannon, and she began corresponding with Griffin while he was in prison rather.
And just talked to him.
Correspond.
Mm.
But now what does correspond mean? Like, is she like a copycat? Like, or let's continue.
Why are you making this a horror action?
It
you're just
is,
like,
bro. It is, bro. It is. Yeah, so but the man whom she called
Yeah.
the awesomest, greatest hero of our time. Yeah, so she's referring this to Dr. Gan.
Dr. Gan.
Yeah.
Why is this also? Why is it called Dr. Gan? Okay.
That's his surname. Now it's about Dr. Mamcy, if you want to.
Maybe the Gan. You know, like just it's.
Gan.
Yeah, Justin J. Because it's just like he died from a gun. Like now he's Dr. Gan. Like it's just so weird.
He followed his
poor
surname.
doctor.
He followed his name. Yeah. Yes, yeah. So but this person Amprizayo did nothing to dissuade her from then going out and attempting to kill a doctor in Wichita, Kansas. Yeah, but her shots wounded but did not kill the Shannon, and Shannon was arrested and convicted. So she was a copycat.
Yes.
Okay.
As you were saying, correspond.
Yes. Now, never correspond. I felt like could mean anything.
Ne?
Correspond could mean also, because in my head I'm like, are they meeting while he's in prison? And then they're plotting or planning, or maybe trying to make it more legal, more user brand wise friendly. Yeah.
I'm actually thinking of e-maths when you say correspond. I don't know why. You know, there's so much PTSD when it comes to the
These
subject
words,
maths. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, correspondent and what.
I feel like I get you because I feel like it first hit me when I was doing my learners as well as drivers.
Yeah.
But so you do not do parallel parking.
Yo!
In
Are
my
you
head,
like,
I'm
yeah?
like, yo, conjure the lines don't meet. They're parallel to each other. Yeah. Yeah,
I know. Also, I didn't know with the parallel parking, you can't get like from the front. Is it?
I mix the parallel parking to the reverse parking.
Wait, what's parallel parking? I bet it's driver.
And now after I got my license, I didn't care anymore.
Not you actually giving us a reason that you don't know what it means, but you have a license. Oh no!
And if I were to tell you, this thing, I think it's parallel. Yeah, parallel parking. Yeah.
Yes.
That's the one you can't go in the front.
In the front.
Yeah, you have to start car reverse. Yeah.
And then which one were you talking about?
I think it's the same, different words.
Yeah, it's the same.
Yeah. So, another parallel parking. Now, believe it or not, the day I got my license was the last time I did it with confidence.
So when you get your license, you have to do that.
I get now you're doing what you practiced and you're doing now in real life. Like you're driving Joburg CVT, you have to park. I'd rather look for, and I'm not the only one. I found another nigga called Lenny Malenzo. Like when he looks for a parking, he looks for a space where there's 2 free parkings.
Yeah.
Just to avoid the reversing.
Yeah.
The
whatnot.
Yeah, you just go in.
I'm going to drive on it, but I don't want to do things that are like they were hard for me to do in practice.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, if it's hard, leave it.
Yo, do you think you're ever gonna drive?
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? I feel like you gave up already. That I don't know. I
don't know.
there's no enthusiasm, man.
Yeah, no.
Man.
Doesn't excite me, you know.
Hey, man. Mariah, all this chat on cars. Let me take y'all to traffic, you know.
Yes.
Traffic.
Yeah, let's start in Pretoria. So there is road work in the N1 southbound, and it is after the ramp from the Flying Saucer interchange. So Bengkelania Vorelio and use alternative routes. And then heading down to the Fourways area, in the N1 southbound to be exact, gonna incident, and this incident is caused by a stationary vehicle. And this is after the ramp to Rivonia Road. So do avoid Leon Ndaoleo. And then, there's a lot happening in Johannesburg. So, there's a section run out near Johannesburg. On an incident lapo. It's exactly at the R24 westbound. And the incident lane is caused by an accident. And it's located just after the ramp from Edenvale interchange, there by the M37. So, or use alternative routes. And then going further south by Golden Walk Center, in Johannesburg still, there is a stationary vehicle in the entry northbound, and this is caused by a stationary vehicle, and this is just after the ramp from the M2. And then there's another incident caused by a stationary vehicle, and this is just before it ramp to the M2. So and then moving down to near the Rosentonville area, in the N12 westbound, gonna incident just after the ramp from Reading. So that's it on your traffic update. Do remember to use alternative routes. Otherwise, Sasongana in sports with Mamcy.
Traffic.
It's time for Sports Blitz Bulletin on VMC Planet Radio.
And I suppose at this hour is that Kaizer Chiefs actually drops an interest in a Sundowns star, Andile Jali. So Chiefs have dropped their interest in a 32-year-old midfielder, general, if there was even any in the first time, right? So rumors that Andile Jali arrived at Sundowns training, reeking of booze last week, has put Kaizer Chiefs off the scent, and his deal with Amasandawana is expiring in June. So naturally, Amakosi would be linked to a player of his pedigree and experience. The Glamour Boys would have been a natural fit for Jali, given their need for a commanding central presence, but that's not going to happen by the looks of it, right? And Jali will be available on the free transfer when his current Sundowns deal expires in June. It is extremely unlikely that the South African champions will be offering him an extension. If he was on the list of players Chiefs were looking at, then it is not going to happen anyway, Pakati Source actually said. And then Arthur Zwane, the Chiefs coach, is very strict on such things. He does not want players whose lifestyle can be disturbance to his team. And then again, moving to the Mamelodi Sundowns, is that Mamelodi Sundowns actually reveals interest in Bafana job. And what happened is that Mugana said he turned down an opportunity to join the national team set up in past, but he has not ruled out taking role as an assistant going forward. So the 6-year-old is enjoying a great run with Sundowns, cruising to winning a 6th successive PSL title while still in the CAF Champions League in the quarterfinals of the Nedbank Cup. having not lost a game in all competitions since September the 2nd. Mukone has been lauded as one of the modern coaches who preach progressive football, given how entertaining they have been under his leadership. His revelation that he would love to coach Bafana is likely to excite fans, given a section of them have warmed to current coach Hugo Bruce, whom they accuse of employing negative tactics, right? But his win percentage of nearly 80% will also be appealing to supporters. Even his success at Sundowns, he has been described as bought by the critics to the club's big spending. And then lastly, the 6 quarterfinal sports up grabs in Nedbank Cup. 6 quarterfinal sports will be up for grabs when the 2022 and 2023 Nedbank Cup complete its round of the 6th this weekend, headlined by 2 All DSTV Premiership clashes. Runaway PSL leaders Mamelodi Sundowns and Giant Slayers Dondol Stars. The lower league team, which eliminated SuperSport United and Amazulu, have already secured progression into the final 8 of the National Cup competition. But the remaining half dozen slots could all be filled by top flight clubs. The action opens on Friday evening when Premiership sides Kukuna United take on second tier Cape Town Spirits, while Saturday afternoon features a derby between Golden Arrows and Royal AM, as well as Chiba United tackling ABC Motsepe hopefuls and Penny Home Defenders. That is all for a sports update at this hour. Stay tuned for more updates tomorrow with me on the Smash Breakfast, baby. Understand? Sure.
It's time for Sports Blitz Bulletin on VMC Planet Radio.
Otherwise, it is time for the Platinum Classics. And this one is strictly Angelique.
Come on, Ziponse. I mean, what?
Away. If you didn't enjoy that mix,
I told you that
Anish Devi.
Zuko ate something today.
I ate it all. Wow.
But yes, and we are still on the hour of history today.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful 3 play by Angelique.
Yeah, boo.
Shout out to him.
What's your favorite one?
My favorite Angelique song?
Nah, out of these 3.
Out of the 3?
Yeah.
It's Leah Shona.
Oh.
Yeah, because like I'm Zuko, stop it.
I'm sending you back.
You're sending me back. Like, you understand what he's saying?
Yeah.
It's like Bazoketa or such.
Bazoketa. Kunala, there's where the song pauses, ne? Batlo herder. Woo! Anyways, let's dive back into.
Yes, let's dive back.
Yeah.
So today, we're actually left with 2 minutes, and so I'm just gonna rush quickly into this.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So today in 1994, the 10th of March, is that President Lucas Mangwebe, the leader of the apartheid homeland Bophuthatswana, retreated from the capital Mabatu in the face of a popular uprising after he tried to boycott participation in South Africa's first democratic elections.
Yeah.
So he rejected the South African Independent Electoral Commission's pleas for free political activity in Bophuthatswana. A member of the Anti-Election Freedom Alliances, his stance caused widespread demonstration in which 40 people were shot and wounded by the local police.
Yeah.
And a public servant strike was also called, and Mongape dismissed a staff of the Bophuthatswana Broadcasting Corporation, shutting down 3 radio and 2 television stations. Yeah. He then sought armed support from the Afrikaner Weerstandsbeweging to quell the uprising.
Okay.
This prompted the intervention of South African Defence Force, leading to Mangwambe's removal from the office.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. That's a lot that he did.
It's a lot, nah.
There's a lot that he did, really. It's a lot.
I feel. I hear you. And about, I hate to admit this.
Yeah.
But it's not me, it's the situation.
Yes.
Everything you just said went in this ear and left the other. And I blame it piano. Piano. Asizalali emaka isixabanisa nabazali, isixabanisa noMamcy. Ngoba I'm sure sonke we on that point ukuthi sifuna mix man. Sifuna mix, asifuna luthenye.
Okay, cool. Okay, let's go into the mix.
I feel.
What is weird? So
Yeah, siyabuyela kune load shedding, ye technical difficulties.
okay.
So I'll have to look for another one.
Okay.
Mara,
So while I'm at it, ne, let me
yeah.
tell you a story.
Okay.
Ne,
Okay.
I've been looking.
What have you been looking at?
I've been looking for my crush for 2 days now.
Yo, the crash level of it.
For 2 days now, and
Yeah.
I can't hardly nowhere. So I feel like it's you, Zuko.
Yimi,
Yeah.
Njani.
You prayed and you're like, Mamcy.
Have
And
you?
yesterday,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was hoping I was gonna see him. And you're like, oh, Mamcy, you're not going because of a hello. Yeah, I got her. I was like, yo, no, life is not nice.
Nah, bona. Had you started a conversation like a normal person,
So I'm not normal. Like,
you would have had his numbers. You wouldn't have been worrying. Maybe the level of worrying would be, today blue ticket. But no.
dude,
It's
I'm already stressed that what if that is still coming?
yeah,
But it's fine.
bona. Sabamisa ngale ngoma. So ngena we mix as soon as we sort everything out. Yeah.
Okay,
Yes, sir. Pusha daidi. Pusha. Pusha daidi. Pusha.
I know.
Yeah, man, it's been a great morning. Angazi for abanye abantu mara for mina personally.
Yeah.
Like I've had the best
Like,
Friday morning.
Yeah, when I feel yo,
Like-
Friday is like top tier.
Like you. Angeke sibala, forget about it, sweetheart. Forget about it.
I know.
Yeah.
But that was an amazing mixer, but you're still gonna continue. But for now, basically, we see a brunch breeze. It's still with you. So we're going to today on the brunch of breeze.
Yeah, boy.
We have a new member.
Of course.
That's us to say.
Okay. All
When
right.
I couldn't mix.
Okay, it's too late.
Do your honest. Do your honest.
Too late.
Good tell me, happy Friday, guys. Wow, the energy.
The God is Friday.
Brunch breeze is also the energy.
Nah.
Brunch breeze.
Yeah. I feel.
Yeah.
Otherwise, Ninjani ladies,
We are good. How are you?
I am handsome.
We are
You know, Zuko.
Yeah, man. Otherwise, I've been telling this abalaleli by expecting with brunch breeze today.
Okay, first and foremost, I'll be joining Ladies Ngora today on Brunch Breeze because I'll be taking in
introduce.
I know it's fine. I want to do this myself, you know.
Oh,
So now today
yeah.
I'll be joining here Go Brunch Breeze from 10 a.m. until 1 o'clock. So I'm Lady Zuma Katsite. You know me from the drive, you know. I multitask, you know. They know
Yeah.
me VMC chat and then
Yeah.
sometimes VMC talk, you know. So today, still to come, Go Brunch Breeze. We'll be doing a top 10. So it's a Friday today, ne? And you want to go out. So we're telling you, Guti, this is the best place to go to. This one, natural, it's a no-going area. I'm joking, but yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, definitely it's Friday. We'll be plucking you. Sizoza voice and we brunch breeze. We'll be cruising with the news.
We were cruising nicely.
Yeah. And yeah, before it's top 10 again, we're gonna have our entertainment stories where we'll be updating you all together. What's going on? Because I'm celebrating and after that, we will by topics and the words of wisdom.
Oh.
All right.
Stay tuned and send in my request.
We're gonna be
It's a Friday.
activating your Friday mood.
Okay. Me, I have a request.
And I'm gonna give you my card name. You're going 6. So that's the showing it.
Okay. Wow.
Come on, get that on. Oh, guys. Bye.
I feel.
Brunch breeze today.
Yeah.
I'm scared.
Yeah, me too. Even me, I'm scared now. Yeah. Maragia kana sivala. Unfortunately. Yeah, man. Otherwise, before sivala, I think Mele Sinja would see Nimiseni laba abasketcha no and laba aba Bibaba Nati since birth.
Yeah.
We really appreciate you all.
Okay.
Like we appreciate you all as our mothers and fathers in this journey.
Oh no.
And this guide you. Even though we back chat as we may learn sometimes, but at the end of the day, we are a family.
Yeah, baby. But yes, Vele Vele, we went through our blitz and our top stories.
Yeah.
In our blitz, I actually told you we would see Western Cape is actually a condemn a health sector strike.
Yeah.
Striking. We talked about how Pick It Up is not coming to our houses. We don't know what's happening. The strike is getting worse and worse and worse.
Eish.
Right?
So now, do you think it will make sense? Because a lot of people like used to fight me whenever I'd litter, and they're like, "You're littering," and then I'll be like, "I'm creating jobs." Do you think now it will be like out of pocket?
Yes, it is.
I
Still,
feel-
because
Yeah.
the litter is still going in the ocean. If it wasn't going,
We don't have
litter-
a beach.
but it's still gonna get there.
Okay, I feel.
You understand?
Feel.
Yeah, which is not nice because there's another life in the water. You know.
Yeah, man. Mara, yeah, the chat is enough. Like, yeah, I think now we wanna know how essential Labantu Laba are in our society.
Yeah.
Ngoba, they do a lot, man, and it's usually the janitors, the people who clean, the people who are security.
Yeah.
Those people are the ones that run the world.
Those are the people. Yeah, those are the people
Yeah.
around the world. Would you say teachers run the world also?
Yes. Yeah.
One of those ones. If I were president, they would get the highest wage of everyone.
Nah.
I'm telling you.
Crazy. Yeah. And then on the top story, Sipine Saringa about the woman Ubatobile Mlangini who was sentenced to 8 years, and apparently she was on a look like they were looking for her for 2 years after she committed a crime. The crime yake was stealing 4 million, I believe, from Labega Sebenza Kona. She was security at one of these SPV companies, and wapumanga plastic at the Mall of Africa. It's over for
It's
him.
over. Like even when
Aye.
she comes back.
And hopefully when she's in prison, she's doing something very productive with her life. Yeah. Hey.
But and then we went into today in history, and we talked about Lucas Mangwepe, and we talked about the white miners actually striking into rebellion, which is so weird for us to actually be finding out that white people were striking in the olden days, because we used to the apartheid with Veletina. Black people were the ones who were striking all the time.
Yeah,
and we were the mine workers.
We were the mine
Yeah,
workers.
no, had a white person to be.
Now my question is, where are the white miners now?
Yeah, you know?
Yeah. But do you think they were white Zamazamas?
With this, I would trust now.
Nah.
'Cause like,
Nah.
nah.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there were also on international history, there was a doctor who was called David Gunn.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then to only find out he died from a gun. They shot him, and he was shot by Griffith, Michael Griffith to be exact. And the reason I'm Mambulale is because this Michael Griffin guy was an anti-abortion activist. Yes, and I want to bulla from the back. And then and someone was quoted, someone in this movement, it's thank God Ufile, I'm paraphrasing, this is not word for word. Yes. Thank God Ufile, because it's justifiable in a sense Uguti, since Ufile there are more lives saved.
Not more like that one makes sense. That one is a real one.
Nah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then such jump straight into a mix.
Yeah.
We should try doing traffic reports on Maranga Potega.
Eish.
Dang.
Not today. Why?
Hey, of all days.
All days.
Yeah, man.
But yeah.
Yeah, Marago is from Mina Uzuko.
Yeah.
Baba Yini.
Also from me, Mamcy Sebati. Bye. Meet me tomorrow on the Smash Breakfast. You know, with the Nini Paini, free bacon, egg, and cheese. Sure.